Here are the horoscopes for the week of the 21st to the 27th of March 2022. We continue the energy from last week when I was speaking about Mercury going over Jupiter, Neptune and then the Sun, and all the planets being in the last signs of the zodiac. So the Sun crosses over into Aries and we start a new cycle at the spring equinox this weekend, and this begins a new beginning. So we've literally got one foot in each cycle now, as the energies in Pisces are clearing our field, letting go of the old, and then the new energies coming in with the Sun and later Mercury into Aries are showing us a way forwards and bringing in some very fresh energy. So the spring equinox is always a time of rebirth. It's the astrological start to the year, as Aries is the first sign of the zodiac. And we've had a couple of very heavy years with some Capricorn energy, with squeezing us through a pressure point, instructing us to let go of old thoughts, old ways, old behaviours, old beliefs. And then we're going through a spin cycle with the waters of Pisces, cleansing that from ourselves so that we're energising our entire energy field, getting ready for this rebirth. So the spring equinox lasts for 3-4 days, from the 21st to the 24th. So we begin this week stepping over that threshold, but still with a little bit of work to do in the background. We've got time to filter and cleanse. Pisces filters through all the gills of the fish, through all the cells of the body, to truly release anything that's saturated, bounce out light and bright. So we start to turn our attention to how to live and embrace our childlike nature, the healed child, fresh and wild, living with a sense of awe and wonder and magic, taking every day as it comes, rather than dragging our history forwards with us, projecting it into the future. So this year life becomes more of an adventure once we stop trying to control the future and we learn to live more in the now, working with the energy that's most passionate and most exciting within us, and focusing our mind on how to spend our more immediate time, energy and focus on something that's adding to our soul plans and our heart's desires. So really interesting charts this week, rinsing off the old, stepping over and getting ready for the new. But this has to be done on a very, very deep and cellular level, clearing our energy fields and changing our entire way of existence. Getting back to true self, true essence, clearing anything out of the way that's of an old structure or a heavier nature. So at the beginning of the week, Mercury meets with Jupiter, and this continues the journey that we had with the Sun meeting with Neptune. We're in the Piscean waters still here. So Mercury, the processing mind, and Jupiter, the expansive field, knowledge and wisdom. This will show us how we can master our mind, how we can centre and manifest clearly, how we can clear our thought field from old emotional responses and fears and raise our consciousness. Deep intuition here as we approach the middle of the week, when Mercury then meets with Neptune. So once we've cleared our field of all of our habitual story, then on the 23rd, 24th, Mercury meets with Neptune, and now we're looking at being a clean vessel to receive higher consciousness. All this is happening for the next couple of weeks between 20 and 23 degrees Pisces. So as we're in the age of Aquarius, it's really worth learning your chart in a very intuitive way. I'm very happy to find where that is in your chart, because that's somewhere different for all of us, so that you can actually focus with more intention on how to apply these amazing alignments. So 20 to 23 degrees Pisces for clearing old thoughts and densities, mastering and focusing the mind, empowered manifestation from deep within, raising consciousness, then by the middle of the week being pure and clean to be able to tune into higher thought forms and receive greater wisdom. Now the old beliefs have gone, being more intuitive, being able to respond and listen more deeply and be guided from a higher place. So if you imagine your energy and your vessel like a fountain, you're clearing out any of the debris, making a clear channel, then the energy is coming through you. It's very rejuvenating to let go and refresh, which is what Pisces and Aries and the equinox is all about. But not being busy, not forcing things, just listening and acting on your inner guidance. So we make room, like a spring cleaning, for higher vibrations. There's a little friction this week as Mars squares Uranus. So Mars is in Aquarius and Uranus is in Taurus. And here we can take stock, because in order to let go, we can't repress. We have to look back on the last year and take stock of what's happened, what part we played in it, maybe where we're holding friction and tension, because that's what drags things forwards, to learn the lessons and only carry forwards the awareness, because the spring equinox is embodied by the Fool card, who travels light, just the seed of awareness of the last cycle, but cleansed and ready to step into a new adventure. But we can also take stock of what we've done well, what we've enjoyed, where we've made ourselves proud, because sometimes we're too hard on ourselves. But setting intentions going forwards will very much be aligned with what we love, what we enjoy, where we're truly coming from, and the best use of our energy. So towards the end of the week, take stock. What's really at heart? Where's your energy valuable and valued? Where are your plans coming from? If you achieved your goals, would you still want them? Or was that from a past mentality? Instead of letting the mind try to control the future, consider daily life, where you place your daily energy. Consider simplifying and reaching that childlike nature. We've been heavily programmed into doing, but all the Pisces energy here, especially with Neptune, is to take us into a sense of being and presence. And then by the weekend, as Mercury steps into Aries, having simplified, having gone to the centre, then the laser focus of our energy can be to do less but do it more deeply, to value our energy, and this has huge health benefits. So there's a general feeling of rejuvenation here on a daily basis, clearing away the past consciously, not having to know the future, but coming into a complete awareness that what you're being now is what you're attracting, setting your intentions from deep in the heart, prioritising the best possible life rather than future plans, realising what we value, liberating ourselves, and starting to feel a sense of purpose. As we step into a feedback loop, the energy that goes out is reciprocated back easily, effortlessly, rather than life having to be a hard grind for survival. So we've been trapped in a matrix of fear. I have to do this in order to survive. If I don't do that, then I won't have, keeping us in old patterns. But over this week and the next, choose love. What do I love? Who am I? How do I express? What's worth my energy? What have I got to share? How does it feel when I'm my best expression, when I follow my most excitement, and life magically reciprocates back to me in an easy flow? Because our chart shows us our unique vibration. There's only one you, and the self that we thought we were has been bogged down in a personality story, taking everything personally, seriously, building a narrative, separation and victimhood, and this is what's being cleansed. So using the Piscean energies, dream into how life will feel in the ideal, in the perfect, in the effortless, in the joy, in the feedback loop of who I am and what I'm transmitting is coming back to me. That's where the control is, not the mind trying to plan the future, but the control is in every heartbeat of who you are, where you're coming from, and what you're transmitting. So this hasn't been done before. We're living in very, very unique times. It's important to learn your chart so that you can see what tools you have, what natural abilities you have, and what challenges you have in your current lifetime plan. And like I say, 20 to 23 degrees Pisces is where we can rinse off and tune in. So it's important to know where that is for you, to be still, to cleanse, to receive, to follow deep inner guidance, to embrace your unique nature, to create with that energy. So this whole week is cleansing and rejuvenating, very energetic, pulsing, new spring birth energies. And the only thing that's getting in the way of that is old density thoughts and beliefs that you're ready to let go of now. So if you'd like to see where this is happening for you, I am available, zoehind7@gmail.com, to arrange online readings, coaching and courses if you'd like to learn astrology, tarot, numerology and dive into your divine fabric. I post these videos on my YouTube channel, zoeastro. Please do hit the like button to get the videos out to a wider audience. And I post links on my Facebook @astrozo and Instagram, zoehind7. So really embrace the energy this week, stepping out from one old cycle into a new cycle. All the big planets at play. You can already feel this intuitively. Ready for a fresh start, ready for liberation, empowerment, manifestation, permission to be the real you and to live your best life and really get this new year started in an empowered and sovereign way. So those are the horoscopes this week, and I'll see you next week.